Hey everyone, Frank LaCoco here. This video is to highlight the trauma and torture that not only myself and my biological daughter had gone through, but my two stepdaughters as well. In December of 23, my ex-wife and myself had not been getting along too well. She decided that she was going to tell me one day that she is going to go to a friend's house, took the girls, and never returned. On December 23rd of 2023, after I had been calling everybody, including the police, for missing persons, to find out where they were, I wasn't receiving any answers, so just to make sure that they were okay, I was informed by the Trinidad police that they had already known she called and that she wouldn't be coming back. So she just took the girls, left, and that was the last I seen of them for, well, my biological daughter I didn't get to see for a year and a half. Both of my stepdaughters, no longer was I allowed contact with them through mom's wishes. I apologize, guys. I'm not in the best health, so leaving it at that. I'm doing the best I can here. I will also be attaching a video of my biological daughter, who was 4 years old at the time, being left alone in our house, which is 10 miles up a mountain and at least an hour away from any police station, any hospital, any form of emergency care. And you will see the video of what I took after I arrived and made sure she was okay and tried to locate mom and couldn't find her. I had to record what was taking place. That video was something that was submitted as evidence, which my ex-wife tried to say was completely fabricated, that I somehow miraculously made some sort of home movie. I left the house on December 23rd, 2003 at the wishes of the sheriff's office in Trinidad. Two officers told me that I had to vacate the premises. From that moment moving forward, I had to live in my SUV, obtain a lawyer who I lived in my SUV for 10 months, working all I could to pay off everything because everything was stolen from me. My entire life savings, my kids' inheritance, the home that I built, it was all just gone in a flash. And when I finally did get a hearing in Trinidad with John Clay McKisson, I wasn't even so much as allowed to speak, let alone testify or submit evidence, so forth, so on, in my first hearing. I had an absorbent amount of silver bullets thrown at me, that I had the evidence to combat over 33 audios, numerous amounts of videos, text messages, phone calls, messenger, you name it. I have ironclad evidence for everything to show that. Over 13 lies. 13 lies she swore on the stand were true during our second hearing, which did not take place until April of 2024, leaving me without seeing my daughter for a year and a half. Throughout that time, as I said, I was homeless, living in the car. just trying to make up the difference in the $66,000 I had to pay in legal fees through 3 different attorneys. I once gone back to court. My wife had told everybody in audio recordings, the judge, the CFI that was hired by her attorney and appointed by the court, that while under testimony and under oath, she did not want custody of our daughter. She just wanted to visit. I was accused of domestic violence. My ex-father-in-law helped her steal everything. Like I said, life savings, kids' inheritance, home, personal belongings. 2 months after our hearing in April, the judge had gone on vacation prior to making his final decree. I was absolutely flabbergasted to know that after she told them that she did not want custody of our daughter, and the CFI report had come in that, as I said, was appointed by this judge, told them that no way should mom have custody of this child. She needs to reside in dad's care. That being said, the judge and my ex-wife's attorney took it upon themselves to hire what they called a specialist to discredit their own CFI. After doing so, the judge took the report from the CFI, cut, copied, and pasted on the new order, and switched it from dad to mom, leaving me with pert near no visitations, step-up program, supervised visitations, which was through the CFI for a while, thank God, because she deserves to have, she has all of my gratitude. She went through our family backgrounds over 3 generations, deep dive into what took place in our homes, looked throughout all of my evidence, took me at my word of asking, please do not take my word for anything, but please do not accept her word for anything either. Go based off of the evidence that's going to be provided, which she did. I have letters from my 2 stepdaughters, both the oldest and the youngest, saying how their mother was, while they were in her care, being extremely mean, lying to everybody, hitting them, lying to her father, who helped her destroy our lives. Guys, I can't go too long in this video to get into depth and give the detail of all of the circumstances in my case. It's just too vast. But when I tell you there is mental, physical abuse by mom, I have the evidence. When I can tell you that there is a lot of theft by mom and her dad, I have the evidence. When I can tell you that every accusation made against me is found to be untrue, I have the evidence. Like, everything I have said, the fact that these attorneys, my last attorney did the best that she could outside of not ruining her own career, and that was per her wording. Verbatim, actually. She did do what she felt she could do without destroying her own career, going up against the system. She felt that I had a very good case, and if it had gone the way that it had, she herself was jaw dropped. I don't know, outside of me not getting into serious detail as to what took place, but as far as anybody wanting to see the evidence, please just ask, and I'll be happy to show it to you. I'm really hoping that these videos get the attention that they need to help us fight these injustices. And I'm really hoping that if it's not me, that it's somebody else that's doing these videos, gives others the strength to do one themselves. Because at this point, guys, without us standing together in a show of force, we're not going to get our kids back. And that's only one of 3 ways I know of to be able to do this. We need to start showing up for each other. And if we don't, there is no other amicable solution outside of taking other serious measures. So, court watch for people. Do what you need to do. Submit the evidence to help@fraudwarrior.com and get your story heard. We need the eyes that are here to help us right now, in hopes that international courts take over and hold these people accountable for our children. I could care less about the tortures I have to endure. These children, my children, your children, do not deserve this. Nobody deserves what we have to go through, that our kids are having to go through, while they're just stealing and trafficking them for financial gain and federal incentives. I'm not going to make this any longer, guys. I really hope this reaches somebody to give you guys the strength to start making these videos and to help get our children back. That's it for me, guys. I'm going to attach the video of my daughter. Is now going to be 9. At the time, she was only 4 years old. And what you see is what I had to come home to after leaving work, which is a 30-minute drive up the mountain just to get home. And the closest and nearest police station or anything resembling other people outside of my job is at least an hour away. Take care, guys. Bye.